I'm not outraged by the fact that he cheated. Well, yes, we are disappointed in that. But
what up, guys? Welcome back. My name is Luke, and I'm joined by my good friend here,
Carlos Tina.
Guys, I would just like to show my appreciation by saying thank you to those of you who liked our previous videos and subscribed as well. Thank you very much. If you've not subscribed, please do so. I really appreciate the support, and it really goes a long way, guys. It acts as a motivation. So yeah, let's get into it.
All right.
So bro, how will you take it, right? If you had to wake up one day just to realize that a mentor or a guru you looked up to was actually the opposite of what they preached.
Yeah, bro, I don't take those things very kindly because I expect you to be at least responsible to say you are practicing what you're preaching.
Of course.
So I wouldn't take it lightly.
Okay. Now, personally, I have a problem from observation, of course, and from what we've seen in recent years, in past years, that most of these leaders, 21st century leaders, have a tendency to somehow not practice what they preach. Yeah. Somehow they exempt themselves from their own teachings.
That's plain simple being a hypocrite. I get you, bro.
It's hypocritical. Right? It's literally hypocritical. So I have something interesting. Okay, I think you know it. Recent scandal, we even spoke about it. Guess what video I have?
Derrick Jackson. I know that has to be the video. He has been trending, he has been all over social media. That's the most recent scandal I can think of right now.
Okay, so first of all, we're gonna watch a video where the guy literally puts out his point of views, because personally I came across this guy like just this year. At the beginning of this year, I saw a couple of his videos on Facebook trending and stuff like that. I watched a couple of his videos. I was not convinced. I was not convinced. It's somehow like the guy was literally sugarcoating his messages to appeal to a certain audience. Yeah, and we're trash in his eyes in a way. Let's put it clearly, just direct. So yeah, anyways, let's watch a video where the guy is literally giving his point of view, so that you guys get an exact idea of what this guy is all about. And I'm sure some of you know this guy. And yeah, anyways,
Derrick Jackson. I haven't really watched much of his stuff, so
same here. I just watched like a couple of videos, maybe 3 or 4, and it was really repulsive. I was not into that. I'm not into all this. Anyways,
all right, let's see.
What's going on, y'all? I forgot to mention something on that last video I uploaded, so I was gonna say it now. Anywho, on the last video, I talked about the dude who said that, it's difficult for a guy who's formerly promiscuous to be monogamous with one woman, so she should acknowledge his effort to be faithful, right? Well, he also said something that kind of tickled me. He said, if a guy slips up and cheats, it shouldn't outweigh all the good that he's done up until that point, right? But by woman logic, it somehow does, and he doesn't understand why. I'm gonna tell you why. First off, to say that, cheating shouldn't outweigh all the good that you've done is also to say there's an amount of good you can do to deserve to cheat, which is bullshit. And I shouldn't even have to explain that, because vice versa, we will catch a fucking fit and, decide to be hoes for the rest of our life if a woman were to ever break our heart, no matter how much good she's done. But anywho, you don't know how much damage you've done by cheating on a woman, so we can't reduce it to just one lapse in judgment, one slip up or whatever. That's besides the fact that none of us really slip up and fuck anybody. There was a rapport that we built. There was scoping out that happened. There was putting ourselves in that position. There was flirting. You know what I'm saying? So going by most people's definition of cheating, yeah, you just slip up. But the truth is, you've probably been cheating months before you actually put your dick in her. And more.
Yeah. No wonder why people are not lenient on this guy. No wonder why.
Yes, because the guy literally came out as this moral being. I think why we can't sympathize with such individuals and why people didn't sympathize with him so easily It's because he came out as this, moral guy who's living right, upright in all of his ways, and at the end of the day, hey man, all of the video seems like this nigga was literally speaking. This nigga was literally speaking to himself. That's how all these videos come out as. Now realizing it, the guy was actually telling on himself, and
that's why he was so eloquent. That's why he was hitting the words right on the nail, because he knew.
Of course, and yes, more especially because we got to find out that this guy is quite religious. He has a religious background. There was a video of him serving in church, and hey, yeah, that really speaks a lot. That raises a lot of volumes. Anyways, so yes, this guy came out just like the old do.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Funny enough, I have this. I don't understand, why do people, like, when they cheat, why do they have a tendency or a need to come out and explain?
Damage control.
What is it, to uphold like a image?
Yeah, to try to hold on to the image that you are prone to lose because of your scandalous behavior.
So this guy came out, and we're just gonna watch just brief, of the video of the whole confession. It was weird. And why do they have to bring their wives? Here's another question I wanted to ask.
I sympathize with women. Women go through a lot, because every time a man flops, specifically a man of God, a religious leader, they always have to drag their wife into the confession. But she wasn't there when he was cheating. It's fine. Let's see this video.
I think they do so that the world can really sympathize. But it brings out a wrong, paints a wrong image, like a wrong picture of the whole situation.
Very true.
And it also speaks a lot about the wives as well.
The maturity of the wives.
Yeah, it speaks a lot. I mean, we've seen with this guy, with this guy, and with this guy as well,
Because I personally feel before he even does damage control to the public, he really needs to establish your trust as a wife first. So you don't run out to do confession videos. In my opinion, I'm just saying.
I think it's unless your fans are willing to know, I think just heal. Just throw that phone, just go for vacation.
Just throw that phone.
Yeah, relax. You need therapy, my man. You need therapy. And in this guy's case, it's the reason why he came out. We got to find out that it was because the side chick was threatening to come out.
That's why I can't even take the confession seriously. Why is it being forced now? Nah.
Let's watch this cringy confession video.
I didn't even finish it, so I'm interested in seeing it.
What's going on, guys? Derrick Jackson here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Danae, and we just wanted to address a couple of things. We understand that some of you may have already heard, maybe not, that this chapter of our marriage is one that was preceded by a marriage that I completely failed. And I would say it just started around August, maybe September of last year. But, a lot has been said already.
Wait. Why is he holding her hands like that?
The first thing I took note when he pressed play was no preparation was done for this. Let's be honest. That's why there is a lot of casualness in the way they are dressed up. I'm just saying, I pointed out the fact that it didn't really seem like they prepared, like it was a thing where, babe, we need to do this. We need to do this. He seems a bit on the edge also, so.
Okay. Okay.
And all that other stuff. Some of it is true, some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jackson was involved with other women outside the marriage. And by involved, I want to be clear, I'm not talking about just casually kicking it, maybe a lunch or something like that. I'm talking about as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation, and that kind of thing. And some things that otherwise may be considered okay by some in terms of like just chatting or checking on people or being checked on by people that I've had a previous encounter with. But without my wife's knowledge of it and with us having a sexual history, all of it falls under the umbrella of inappropriate, cheating, affair, stepping out. Definitely not in alignment with the vows that I took, and definitely not in alignment with the biblical standard of what it means to be faithful, which is the standard that I'm.
Exactly. You see what I said? He's actually a practicing Christian. That's literally a question mark on a lot of things. We can go in depth on this, but I don't think we really have time because, anyways, yeah.
Let's just play. It's a lot.
Now, I'm saying this publicly, not because I'm, married to you guys. First and foremost, I'm accountable to God. Then I have to be accountable to my wife. And
When I first heard that statement, it didn't sit well with me. Derrick, no, it didn't sit well with me. He first said, I'm not doing this because I'm not accountable to you guys. Then why are you doing this video? Why are you rushing to do this video if nah.
Yeah, then why are you trying to uphold your image? And guys, please don't get me wrong, I'm not doing this because other people did it. I'm just doing this because it's in line with the topic I wanted to cover today.
Okay.
Why is it that leaders, religious leaders, don't live up? Why is it that they don't feel like they have a need to live up to what they preach? And secondly, why is it that they have to explain themselves at the end of the day?
Exactly, that's my point, bro.
Those are just the topics.
My point.
Hans is an example, and he's a recent example. Of course, we don't have any other example.
I'm not outraged by the fact that he cheated. Well, yes, we are disappointed in that. But I speak for so many people. I think we're very disappointed with the integrity of his content. If you are a relationship expert, we are expecting you to live by the principles that you are giving to us, that you're sharing with us. The hypocrisy is what we are most mad over.
Otherwise, you'd be deemed as hypocritical in a way.
Very true. Yeah. So considering the fact of how he carried himself in the previous video with such a high moral standard, Derrick.
Anyways, guys, I just personally, I don't understand why these people have to bring their wives to these things. Because you can actually just protect your wife. Guys, please, you need therapy. Yes, you need therapy. You need to go confess. We don't want to hear you telling us of how, no, this and that. I know why we didn't take it lightly. Because we've seen this happen over and over again. It's literally a trend where these preachers or leaders, considering that he's also a believer,
they go make the mistakes alone, but then when it comes to the confession time, they always have to lure their women in to explain to the world for them.
Are they too delusional or what?
When I look at the wife, she looks really sincere, but you can see she doesn't know everything. So that's my take on it.
Anyway, let's watch the part.
Our marriage on any level, and it was unacceptable, and it's not something that I tolerate or that we tolerate moving forward. And when I've been flooded again with messages and these things and about, I need to leave or why haven't I left, and the answer is, when I found out about it, I left. I did not hesitate or waste time to do so, and I stayed gone. No matter how many times he came, I stayed gone and stood firm on, I am not coming back. And I did not come back until I seen a shift and a change in his mentality, in how he carried himself, in how he presented himself, and conversations that we were able to have that we had never been able to have in just 12 years of knowing each other. And when we were able to have these dialogues, said, okay, Lord, this is something that you've had your hand on. And this was with me being completely removed from his life. And him pursuing God, continuing to pursue God.
Well, she says she had to back off for a year until he got his act together again. But how, like the evidence that popped up online, wasn't Derrick talking to this side chick
still
recently?
Like weeks,
I'm just saying.
Like a week before he came. Anyways.
That's what I'm saying. I see how genuine the wife is, but I feel like she's also in the dark. It could be that he confessed to her a year earlier because he knew the side chick was going to spread the news, and then continued. I'm just considering all possibilities here. We're not saying it's the absolute truth.
This is what I hate. When people, I don't know how to put this, but when people do nonsense, people have a tendency of always shifting their blames, rather either on God or the devil. At the end of the day, you should have been the one to uphold this morals, you know, that
Very
you preach.
true.
You should have been the one to uphold your beliefs, you know. Anyways, yeah, I guess that's it. That's just my take on it. And yeah, like I said, we just use this guy as an example because it's a recent thing, and I just needed to make a point. And well, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification button. And yeah, bro, thanks with this one. Yeah, thanks with this one. I really needed your input on this as well. So guys, see you on the next one.
Peace
Ciao.
out.